Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to do a haul video for you. It's kind of a hodgepodge. We've stopped at a yard sale one day, we've gone to a couple of thrift stores on our way to pick up a bedroom set, and just an estate sale, just kind of, but it's piling up. So I'm going to go ahead and share our finds with you. I have a whole bunch of plush to share with you, so I'm going to, as always, start with that, and then just a few like small appliances and stuff, but it's mostly plush. It just kind of accumulates, especially when it's me running around looking for stuff. But then again, we hit an estate sale this weekend. No plush. Not a single plush.
Not a single toy.
Not a single toy. But we found some amazing items, and it was very, very inexpensive. Almost guilty inexpensive. All right, let's start with some toys. To be honest, this bag sat over there and then some boxes got on top of it, and I don't quite remember where I picked this up. Maybe in a estate sale. Some of the tags look like one of the companies that we go to very often, but I have a feeling it's all been just piled in together. This is cute. This is, somebody's cut the bottom tag off, but it is Heartline from 1983, Graphics International. I think I bought this at a half price day, so I would have paid the $1.50. But just really cute. This one I'm not sure. I've not seen anything this large before by Heartline. I'm still hoping maybe $20, $25, but as always, I'll try to have comps here for you. These two plush that I've showed you came from a company, an estate sale company, but I'm not quite sure until I look at the rest of this. This has probably been a couple of weeks ago that we bought. This next item, I love picking this type up. It is TB Trading Company. It's just got this small little bean filled center and then just loosey-goosey. I've had a couple of things like this. I'm still thinking probably 15, 20, maybe even a little bit more on this. Just very cute. The black cat. This says Marissa Christina Collectibles 1995. Let's see. Yep, exactly that. 1995. Vintage teddy bear. Probably 15, maybe 1995 is where I'll go with listing this. That's not a brand I've ever heard of, so it'll just really depend on comps. But I'm thinking 1995. This is Dakin 1989. Look how cute. But again, probably in my like $12 range. Wherever I got these, it's a bunch of vintage. This is Dakin also. Let's see if I have 1988. Look at that reindeer with the silver bell. Magic, Profits reindeer. This must have been a exclusive for the department store Profits. I don't think we have that in our area anymore. Again, hopefully $15 or so for it. This looks like Build-A-Bear. Yeah. I have a magnet. Not sure if it's maybe got a magnet in its mouth for a puppy. But how cute is this? Again, probably still is going to be like the $12 range. With this little outfit, maybe a little bit more, because that is just very cute. Oh my, I love this. This says Classics Aurora, 1995. A&A plush. Now, I think I'm just making the connection. A&A. I like that brand. And then this is Aurora, which also says A&A. So I think I just learned something, that they're the same company. Probably one was predecessor. But look how cute this is. Again, I'm hoping 12 to 15. Now I know where this came from. This was that doll house. The house that was just full of dolls. This person collected the big stand-up type dolls, porcelain dolls. So that was mostly what was there. And I mean, a lot of them. But there was a whole lot of plush, a whole lot of Boyd's Bear that was out of my price range. They wanted like $8 for the small. I didn't want to pay that. But she did have a couple of these smalls. So here's a little something gift set. I paid $3 for that. Now I remember. And I think most of this plush I paid $1 and $2 for there. This is Applause 1990 Peter Cottontail. Oh, how cute is that? Look, I'm hoping this is like 15 to 20.
Take a look at that real quick. I looked up, it's Marissa Christina, not Maria. But it seems like that's a clothing manufacturer that happened to have. But it's actually, it's on the bear too, not just the tag.
Right.
But they make a lot of nice Christmassy sweaters. Look, that are...
Yeah, it's got that bear on it, the sweater. See, there's a shirt on here that has that bear. So Marissa Christina is a clothing line, and they must have brought a bear out for that season, 1995.
But that's, if you find those, a lot of those things are selling used for $30, $40, $50, those sweaters from that company.
Yeah. It's like, I won't say they're ugly sweaters, but they're seasonal sweaters that some people might consider ugly. But a lot of them, yeah, they're $30 and $40 for those shirts. So we learned something together there. So I'm thinking still $20, $25 for that bear. Here's another little Boyd's Bear. It's not the little 4-inch one. But I have a love-hate thing with Boyd's Bears. There was a time I was like, I'm not buying any of them. They're way overpriced. But since my little calendar, now I do keep an eye out for Boyd's more often. A lot of these, though, are probably still only going to be like $6 to $10. They're not a lot, but I still like to pick them up. This is vintage tie. Look, it's got the really old tag. It's dated. Are you trying to get it better for me there?
I'm trying to get it right side up.
Okay. And it's dated 1989. It's one of the Pillow Pals. I would, just based on what it's looking like, I've never seen this one. I'm hoping still $15 or so for it. It doesn't have its little ear tag. A few more Boyd's Bears I picked up there. Very cute. I may have to put, here's another one of the little somethings. It says Kringle Bell ornament and a plush friend. I may, if these aren't worth a whole lot separate, then I may put them as a lot of 2. Robert looked this up for me while I was getting the rest of the stuff to show you ready. And one of these sold, this is Rosie, and one of these has sold for $45. So, yay. Again, another Aurora. I like to buy breeds of dogs, plush that looks like breeds of dogs. I'm assuming this is some kind of Scotty. But how cute. Hopefully $15 or so. And y'all, you know I like to buy Walmart. This one is, it's got posable ears. Easter, I'm not quite sure how old it is. But the fact that the price, original price was $7.97 makes me think this is probably like the 80s, maybe 90s. But it does have the older vintage looking tag. Again, more than likely for me, I'll list this $20, $19.95 or so. The last one in that bag is, I love this plush. I find this in different sizes quite often. This is Russ Muffin. He is a Bichon Frise dog. Probably, again, $10 to $12.
We pronounce some words outside our pay grade.
I looked it up. I knew the breed. I think I have always called it Bichon Frise, but I just found out it says Frise. I think I paid 50 cents for this at a yard sale. I have a smaller one like this. These are the Bluebirds of Happiness. This one's probably only like $10 or $12. I may make a small lot and have both of them in it. I don't know. I don't usually decide until the last minute when I'm getting ready to process stuff. Probably depends on how much I've got the other one listed for. We went to where my parents used to live. My cousin gave me a bedroom set. And on our way home, we had noticed 2 thrift stores on our way there. And so on our way home, we stopped at one of them. No, we stopped at both of them. But the first one, we went in and the clothes were like $3, $5, $8. Just a little bit more than we want to spend. There was some stuffed animals, so I was going around looking at all the little knickknacks and the stuffed animals and picked up a few things. And then somebody else walked in and said, "Do you have any specials today?" And she said, "Yeah, all of our clothes are $1." And then she had certain things. Wasn't it $1? We paid $1 for everything.
Yeah, it was $1.
Yeah, and it didn't matter if it was marked $10 or anything. She just charged us $1. So we bought a bunch of nice clothes from there. I found like an Eileen Fisher little shirt set, some really nice branded stuff. We ended up spending about $50 there. Clothes are boring. I'm not going to show them. I show you some of the solds at times just to, show, we're spending $2 for something and we're selling it for $17 or $20. Or my little sweater that I sold for $145. And maybe one of these days we'll do a video on clothes and what we've learned. Now, I do have somebody who's asked about our little setup here, so I am going to do a little quick video soon on how we built this and how we use it. But I'm just going to show you a few of the things that I did pick up there. I think, yeah, she charged me $2 for this. It's Toys R Us. Again, probably still $10, $15. And then she had this little, Betsy Johnson Lovey. I've picked up a couple of different ones that were like the clip-on for strollers, and they're only like $8 to $10. I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing still, again, probably $10 or so for this. And they did have this, and I'm pretty sure it worked. I'm going to check real quick. Oh, the battery's dying. But that's a good sign, hopefully, and I don't see corrosion. Definitely, if you're buying toys that are electronic, if you see rust or corrosion around the battery cover, it's probably beyond picking up. But this is a little vintage play school car. I have sold these before for like the $10, $15, maybe even a little more if this actually does play music and light up. This was also at that booth. She had like purses and bags and stuff like that that were half price. So we did pay $3 for this, but it's a little Victoria's Secret bag. I've done okay with them. I'll have a comp right here for you. And then I picked up this one little knickknack there. I like to watch other YouTubers, and I remember the Crazy Lamp Lady mentioning this Wendell August before when she's looking at like the metal platters. This was $1. It does have the thing on the back, so I thought I'd go ahead and pick it up and see if it's worth anything. It's got to be more than $1, but I just thought I like to watch her. Definitely outside of my niche, but it's very interesting. Oops. And then Robert's trying to look these up. She had these, we picked these up on our way out the door. But they were also $1. These little scarves, but they say Manchester United. And here's the other one. This one says Chelsea football. Made in the UK, acrylic. Did you find anything on them?
Different ones sell for $10 to $20 used.
There you go. So I'll probably make these a lot. Maybe list it for, you know, $20, $25. And then we stopped at the other thrift store on our way home. And she had a basket of stuffed animals outside, which drew me immediately. But it was all Care Bears. I think this is, I don't think these are the vintage, probably from the early 2000s. Yeah, 2004. I don't know if I've ever had the ones like this with the diaper, so I have no clue. But again, it'll be there. And, sorry, some of them are falling. A little purple one like that. The baby Care Bears. Some more. They all need a bath. Another little baby. And a Fun Shine. I thought this one was very unique, and it does have its tag. And extra soft and cuddly. It's squishy, not hard like the other Care Bears. Oh, and then one more little one, little orange one. It still has its tag also. I do really well with the ones that are like from 2000. Now, of course, the vintage ones. My oldest son's nursery was Care Bears, and I actually have a picture of him. He was born a month early, so he was tiny, and I had him between all kinds of the vintage Care Bears. Probably would be really funny to try to find a bunch of vintage Care Bears and then have him reenact that picture. Like,
those are just creepy. Come on now.
But yeah, sentimental. And then here's another one of the Thai Pillow Pals. This one is from 2001. It's one of the babies. It has a rattle. Again, I'll have the comps there. I don't remember this one. I don't know if I've had it before. At that same thrift store, Robert saw these, and she charged us, what, $1 each?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think so.
I think we've got 4 of these. And, you know, we just started doing clothes. And this, it says Colors by Alexander Julian. And I know we have picked up several of those shirts. They're just really nice colored men's long sleeve shirts. But we didn't do any comps on them. But when he saw that, he was like, hey, that's the shirts that we normally pick up. And then I think I saw this. It's one of those, this is goodies. I already found one like terry cloth type headband before, and I think I sold it for $10 or $12. So I'm not quite sure, but I thought, why not? We stopped at a yard sale the other day, and it was just, it seemed like there wasn't a whole lot there, but it ended up being an excellent stop for us. Let me show you this.
Well, first let me say, somebody didn't want to stop. You know, this is going to be a waste of our time. Or something that, I don't know if those were the exact words, but that was the intent of what she was saying.
Yeah. Okay. Resellers. This was $5. Had all of these hangers in it and 2 laundry baskets. Now, I like to store my stuff in laundry baskets. So this was an amazing find for me. And then we've started putting some clothes over in our booth. So the hangers will come in handy. And then we also, there was so much there. Robert bought a pair of Nike tennis shoes that he decided to keep for himself. We paid $5 for them. They were immaculate. And then they had a pair of Justin boots that my 21-year-old son decided he wants. And then there was another pair of boots that were $3 that...
Yeah, the Ariat.
Yeah, Ariats. And our 14-year-old's taking them. But, you know, where else would I be able to, you know, find boots like that for my kids? And then Robert picked these up. These are reef sandals. We did pay $4 for them. But you can, they've hardly been worn. It was probably one time on vacation type situation. But you comp these at what? Like 15 or so?
I want to say 15 or 30. I forget which.
Oh, see, that's a wide range. And then I picked up a couple of stuffed animals there. They were $1. This was teddy bear with John Deere clothes on it. John Deere's big around here. We have a factory just down the road from us. And then this one is, it is, right?
It is, yes.
Cuddly Quarry Critters. I've picked up bears from this before, but I've never had a moose. I'm guessing that's a moose, but very cute. Probably still, I'm hoping, 10 to 12 for this, and probably somewhere 8 to 12 for that. I might as well show you this because it was all in there. They had these, I think these were $1. Margaritaville little shirt. I don't know. I'm not very good with clothes yet as far as pricing, so. And then Robert picked this up. It was $1. It's a vintage little crib mobile by Dolly with these little rabbits. Just how they used to set up the nurseries. I'm hoping, I haven't even looked in here to make sure it had the music box. Yes, it had the little music box. So this is good. And how much was this worth?
Somewhere between 8 and 40. Wide range, but some have sold for 8. Others, there's a Disney version of that that seems to do really well. But
this is my guess, probably 20 or so for it. Just, I love the little pastel bunnies in there. Don't laugh. Had a bunch of Richard Simmons VHS, sealed still. I didn't do comps on them yet, but I really bought it for what's in the bottom of the bag. Now, I'll probably do a lot with this, and then it had some of these hand exercise things. Had some extra straps to go with it. But these I've done so well with. $20 up to $40 for them. These are the little calorie counters or food movers. I think I showed you one of these in one of my What's Solds that I recently sold, and it's got a lot of the stuff to go with it. Every time I look these up, I find different ones, and sometimes they're 20, and then sometimes they're even more. It's got another little card that goes with it. And then it has, oops, sorry, a little recipe booklet. So I'm hoping for $25 to $30 just for this, and then I'll do the tapes by themselves.
Complete and total waste of time.
Shut up. You stood there and waited to say that, didn't you?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm terrible for eyeballing it. If he's not with me, I probably would have just kind of eyeballed it and kept on going. So it's good. He's with me, but yes, I have to be tortured.
Like that one sale where you found the $100 sealed puzzle that you paid like $2 for, $3 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you just... She could be a pessimist.
Yes. He's the optimist to my pessimist.
But I do have to admit that there are plenty of times that we roll up to a yard sale and she says, yeah, this is going to be a waste of time. And yeah, it was a waste of time. But you never know. So you get out if you're there.
And he tells, and we'll be doing this for hours and hours and hours. And it's like, okay, I'm ready to go home. And he's like, no, we need to go ahead and finish everyone that we wanted to go to today.
We've driven to this thing. We might as well get out and walk up there.
Bought this at a yard sale. I paid $3 for it. She had tons of curriculum, but when I asked how much, she's like, which one? So I just
They had good prices though.
They did. And she ended up charging me $3. When I was looking at some of the curriculum, some of it was written in, and I just didn't want to spend the time to go through it to make sure. But this All About Spelling is a really good program to keep an eye out for. These are probably going to be $20, $25, and I paid $3 for it. It's just cards, flashcards that go with the curriculum set. And then I went to a thrift store. We've driven by it many times, but they're only opened like Monday and Tuesday from 9 to 12. Something crazy like that. And it's all the way on the other side of town. But finally, I went over there. I remembered one day and went over there. And it's one of those charities where you register and you can get free clothes and free assistance. But they had a boutique in there, which was things that you could buy. So I went into there and I found quite a few little plush. Let me share them with you. There's a $3 price on there, but they had, everything was like 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents. I think whoever donated this left this price. But this is Eden, and it's Miss Tabitha Twitchett, which is the cat plush. I haven't comped her yet. Excellent condition. I'm hoping $20 or so for her. And then had a little tie pluffies. This was a penguin dated 2010. And then a lovey. I'm pretty sure I paid $1/4 for it. It is by Chuckey. Don't find this brand very often. I want to say it's probably going to be the $10 to $12 range. And then it had, I think this is, it says Cuddly Friends, Books A Million. I couldn't resist. I need to get it listed because we're 2 weeks away from Christmas. Had this Squishmallow. At first, when I started looking up comps, I kept only seeing ones with red, and they were selling for $40. But come to find out, I think they're 16-inch, where this one's probably like the 9-inch side. I think he's worth probably $10 to $12. He's, I think, the pug. I forget the rest of his name, but he's the pug. I used Google Lens. Definitely make sure when you find plush, especially the Squishmallows, that you use Google Lens. It almost always will tell you what it is with their name. This is Carter's Child of Mine. I always pick up the monkeys from there. Now, some of them aren't going to be worth very much, but like just this week, I sold a Carter's monkey for $50. I haven't done the comps, but of course. And then this was Build-A-Bear. I think it's, I forget what they're called. The smaller ones, like small fries. He definitely needs a bath. I just thought he was adorable. And then this one is Teddy Be Caring. I think, yeah, by Gund. Office Depot. Again, I think he was only 50 cents. Don't think he's worth a whole lot, but, you know, $12. And then, again, Heartline, which is Hallmark. Just a little black and white bear. And then this. This is one of those carnival type plush. It's not got the really hard stuff inside of it, but it's got the little pink eyes. I'll make sure I use that in my description because there's lots of collectors out there who like to buy the plush with the like the orange eyes or the pink eyes. Robert picked this up. I think we paid $2 or $3 for it. And I kept rubbing his eye while Robert was doing it because I noticed that the eye was chipped. But he didn't realize what I was trying to tell him. So he went ahead and bought it. It's worth about $30 if it was in better condition. More than likely, I'll put this over at my booth, you know, for what we paid for it to hopefully recoup. But yeah, it's got this little chip on his eye. But keep an eye out for this. It's heavy, heavy. Just
the Wall Street Journal is what he's, I guess, gripping a hold of.
Right. So, but it's one of those fails, but we learned something, didn't we?
It's not a fail if we find it again and know it's worth $30.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then I think I've just got a couple of small appliances that we picked up that I'm going to show you real quick. That's been our thing. Let's see. This is, I can't even see a brand. Oh, Oster. Oster. But look at that glass. Just the, what is it called? Like frosted glass. Robert picked this up, paid, yeah,
a couple dollars at the
couple of dollars at the thrift store. And it was worth, oh, he doesn't remember. So I'll have the comps. Sometimes I remember. Not always, though. So if it's worth something as a whole, then of course that's how I'll list it. But we've done so well splitting these up and selling, you know, with the blenders, the lids separately, the carafe separately, and then the bottom separately, because, you know, somebody may break the carafe or the bottom of theirs stopped working, the motor. In one of my recent hauls, my big sale was these blow mold Christmas lights. They were like 12 inches tall. I sold 5 of them for, I want to say, $150, $140, somewhere in there dollars. And then the other day I found these. I think there's 2, 4, 6, 8 of these. These are just little blow mold Easter eggs. They're about 8 inches. I've seen some where it was selling for like 5 of them for $50. Somebody's put sand or something, so we're going to have to clean every one of these out because I don't want to pay the weight for these to be weighted down. But I have 8 of them, so I'm hoping about $80 for these. And I paid $1 each. No, we paid 2 for $1. She was like, buy them all and I'll give them to you 2 for $1. This is a Juiceman 410. It's got a few more parts over there in the bag. Robert paid $10 for this. I think
I got it at the half price day.
Oh, half price day, so $5. More than likely, though, this is going to be one of those where we sell each of the parts. I want to say each part was like $10 or so. I'm not sure about the motorized base, but we haven't checked it either. And then there's a few more pieces still in the bag. And then this was a Toastmaster Fast Bake waffle iron. We paid $5 for it. It sells, I think, about 20. So, a large variety of things that we've picked up. I'm going to do another haul here shortly. I've been doing a whole lot of sourcing on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm going to try to get that done here real soon. And then, of course, the video on our setup for taking pictures of clothes. And I think then we're going to be leaving next week. Hopefully this time, fingers crossed, to go on a sourcing trip and to go visit family in Missouri. He says Missouri.
And the videos might be sketchy on the schedule that week.
Yeah. And we hopefully we'll take the GoPro in with us and then we can just show you some of the things that we're picking up. But of course, the internet where we're going is going to be a little bit iffy as far as being able to work on some of the stuff like this. So we may just release videos on what we're finding and sharing some of the fun stuff. But we'll be hitting 4 Goodwill bins and a whole bunch of thrift stores, hopefully. But the 4 bins we're going to hit multiple times over several days. So it's going to be fun. My favorite kind of vacation is this type. Going sourcing. All right. Bye.